The Reds entered the race to sign Marcus Thuram. According to reports, Liverpool have joined the race to bring Borussia Mönchengladbach forward Marcus Thuram to the Premier League. Thuram is a centre-forward playing his football for Borussia Park, who moved there from Guingamp in 2019, and has since become a regular feature of the team, having made 134 appearances to date. The France national team player started 28 of the 34 matches he played in the Bundesliga last season. Before leaving, he gave a remarkable performance under Daniel Farke. He managed to become his manager's best performing offensive player, placing second with a WhoScored match rating of 7.1. However, the French player's contract will expire at the end of the month, and his potential market presence has caught the attention of FSG and Jürgen Klopp. Thuram is expected to leave as a free agent who has not signed a deal to extend his stay with his current club. According to Spanish sources, Liverpool are in the running to sign Thuram ahead of the 2023-2024 campaign. The Reds were reportedly hoping to catch him for nothing in the upcoming window, and it was stated that the striker may want to take the next step in his career. The Premier League is seen as an attractive option, so it's likely to be attractive if an offer comes to its door. Liverpool have confirmed that Roberto Firmino has left the club, so Klopp will need a suitable replacement in time for the start of the new season. Given the fact that he can literally be hired for free, Thuram could be an excellent long-term successor, allowing serious funds to be spent in midfield. The World Cup participant, who earned £53,000 a week, contributed to 19 goals by making 13 goals and 6 assists in 30 Bundesliga games last season. He scored a total of 92 shots throughout the campaign. This was also higher than other teammates according to FBref. Borussia Mönchengladbach's French star has been called a monster by talent scout Jocek Kulik. The centre-forward is also a versatile player, with the ability to work anywhere on the front line, including on both flanks and a wide field as a second striker. So it looks like it has all the qualities to suit what the boss is looking for in a Firmino replacement. Clubs like Manchester United, Newcastle United and Tottenham Hotspur are interested in the 25-year-old player. While Thuram is a menacing figure with aerial combat, he earns a career average of 2.2 in aerial battles, while the dynamic attacker's play encompasses a number of different skills. According to FBref, he was in the top 24% of strikers in terms of non-penalty goal rate compared to his peers in Europe's top 5 leagues last year. He's also among the top 13% for assists, the top 12% for progressive carries, and the top 12% for successful transfers per game. Hailed as a physical beast by Hervé Renard, Thuram's unlikely arrival at Anfield could threaten the £85 million club record, as Uruguay's striker Darwin Nunez's first campaign on English shores oscillates between devastating brilliance and painful profanity. Nunez has scored 15 goals and provided 4 assists in just 26 starting games for the Reds this season. But his worrying extravagance on the goal front has put those tied into trouble this year, with Theo Squires branding him an agent of chaos. If Thuram joins the team at Merseyside, he could disrupt Nunez's second season at the club with a congestion of first-class forwards. As the BBC's Raj Chauhan heralds, the Gladbach case being so clinical could spell disaster for Nunez, who missed 20 big Premier League chances this year and scored just 9 goals. It remains to be seen whether Klopp intends to attack Thuram and whether it will indeed be the best course of action, and while the phenomenon may have a gleaming toolkit, it could derail a chaotic yet fascinating weapon in Nunez. Selling Nunez for a high fee and replacing Thuram for free could be the scene of one of the best transfer moves of the year. Kenny Tete could be a Milner upgrade. Even though the big midfield operation continues in Liverpool, it is of great importance to fill the places of the stars who left the team. One of the names that will not be in the team in the new season is James Milner, who has put forward a stable performance among the Liverpool legends. The 37-year-old experienced player managed to become Klopp's joker. Klopp used him in many positions, and Milner responded whenever needed. However, due to his advanced age, it was decided to part ways and he will not be in the team next season. The Reds are now considering a surprise move for Fulham fullback Kenny Tete this summer to fill his place. Kenny Tete can be seen as an interesting replacement for James Milner, who left Anfield after his contract expired. So what's the latest on Liverpool's follow-up to Kenny Tete? According to recent reports, the Dutch defender's future at Craven Cottage has been blown up after he refused to agree to a contract extension with Marco Silva's side. There is only 1 year left in Tete's current deal, and Liverpool sporting director George Schmadtke is said to be insistent on this transfer. Despite further intrigue by two eponymous Premier League clubs and a La Liga side, George Schmadtke is looking to close this transfer for as little as £10.5 million. The Cottagers made a definite return to the top flight this term, putting the yo-yo label aside as they finished 10th, starring Tete. So should Liverpool sign Kenny Tete? With just weeks to Liverpool captain Jordan Henderson's 33rd birthday, he's likely to be used more sparingly next season by retaining his leadership skills and galvanizing the troops. But now the captain, who has only started 23 times in the league, will not take centre stage on Anfield turf. The UK veteran may be slowly transitioning to the role Milner played in the twilight stage on Merseyside, reliable and dynamic utility option. Despite being primarily a midfielder, the 37-year-old Milner's loss left the right-back without an alternative. While Trent Alexander-Arnold is an undisputed powerhouse at Anfield, it's clear that he needs a lot of rest this season. Tete's prospective acquisition means it could offer Arnold a great alternative. Hailed as a huge asset for Fulham by chairman Tony Khan after signing for the club in 2020, the 27-year-old has made 31 appearances in best flight this season. He scored 1 goal and provided 5 assists in those matches, as well as recording a commendable SofaScore rating of 7.1. He completed 1.7 interceptions, 2.7 tackles and 2.4 gaps per game. The £50,000 a week ace was among the top 15% of fullbacks for assists last year, compared to his peers in Europe's top 5 leagues, according to FBref. It also ranks in the top 9% for tackle rate, top 3% for tackles, and top 6% for blocks per match. The sensational defender, as called by host Jack Collins, seems to be a good upgrade for James Milner. Milner averaged 6.7 points this term, boasting just 0.8 tackles, 0.4 interceptions and 0.4 gaps per game in the Premier League. It would be a marked improvement for the elderly Milner, who was branded "not the answer anymore" by Aid Oladipo in the early stages of the campaign. For such an insignificant fee, Tete could be a great addition to the Reds team. It could engrave its name into a list of key shrewd acquisitions that served as pillars for Klopp's dynasty in Merseyside. As it is known, Liverpool signed young player Calvin Ramsey as a right-back alternative at the beginning of the season. Expectations were high for the 19-year-old Scottish player, but things did not go as planned. The young player has spent almost the entire season struggling with injuries and has not been able to contribute to Liverpool this season. Klopp does not fully trust his player due to Ramsey's long absences. For this reason, Kenny Tete could become a very important transfer.